Greetings, family. Hey, it's Thursday. I want to let you guys know something. Tuesday, we finished up on relationships. So Tuesday, we're gonna be starting on the other part of our journey. We dealt with the human. Now we're gonna deal with the being. And I'm not gonna say it's the most important part of ourselves because all of us are important to ourselves. The totality of who we are. Yet the being part is going to be the most engulfing. So, Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about
This upcoming Tuesday.
this Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
And it ain't Tuesday
Oh,
today.
you right.
It's Thursday. Anyway, we're going to be talking about a lot of the clients been asking about the root chakra package. They want to know, well, should I take this with this? Or how long is it going to take? Or whatever it is. That's what we're going to be dealing with today. The root chakra package. The reason why it's coined the root chakra package is because that chakra is our root chakra. Our root chakra is our, what you would call, primal chakra. It brings out the essence of the who we are experience. Because when that chakra is overused, then you have those what people term as, oh, they got a strong sex drive. Well, that strong sex drive leads them to a whole lot of issues because they're not conscious of who they're having these exchanges with, only behind an appearance. Oh yeah, I like to get that, and you go for it, and bam, you get it. Sometimes you get more than what you was expecting. So we're gonna deal with the root chakra package, which is our herpes package. But more, I'm not gonna just say herpes package because it's not just for herpes. It's for all sexually transmitted diseases, and that's a direct reflection of your abuse of the root chakra.
In mind and in action.
In mind and in action. Because our chakras is what spur us to action. You know, we dealing with our root chakra, that's our lowest chakra. We forget that when we put all our energy into one, the other ones are deprived. So your crown chakra, which is the chakra that connects you to infinity, it's just about non and void. Mm-hmm. Then your third eye chakra is closed. You can't see nothing. And your throat chakra is getting no energy, so you ain't speaking. Mm-hmm. And I'm not here to talk about chakras. I'm just giving you a brief summation of why these kind of sexually transmitted diseases come into our existence to help us to understand we're not being conscious of our actions. We are being lewd, just letting a drive us to places we shouldn't be driven to.
So someone gets to the point where they're in need of, like, whatever disconnect is taking place, whatever they've done and need to come to terms with or whatever. Here on the physical level, they have a virus that is kicking and alive in their body. So
that's exactly why I started like I did, talking about the root chakra, because it is the root chakra that all of that is derived from. Yeah. Giving more energy to it. And how do we give energy to it? By how we think, how we act. So you thinking about it, you act upon it. You act upon it, the results are sometimes the results you weren't expecting. HIV, herpes, all the things that go along with these venereal diseases, these sexually transmitted diseases.
Gonorrhea.
That affect us because of our own promiscuity. So let's deal with the package.
Well, what if someone isn't particularly being promiscuous? They could be.
Well, sometimes
They could be sleeping
I'm
with
gonna
one
say this.
person.
I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
A husband and a wife can be together, and the wife is being who she is and being true to whoever she thinks she's being true to.
Right.
And he bring her a disease.
Or vice versa.
She bring him one. Vice versa,
Right.
same. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So when that occurs, all you have to remember is this: you'll be healed quicker. Why? Because it came upon you because of the actions of your partner, and your partner is what? Another reflection of you. So then it all comes back full circle. And so the package was designed to help to not just get rid of the symptoms, but to deal with the root cause of what got you there. That's why when folks be they be hitting me up on Instagram wanting to have all these questions about this package. Oh, how long is it gonna take me to get rid of this? I'm gonna say this, and I want you guys to hear me good when I say this. When you go to your doctor, whoever that might be, who let you know you had this shit, you don't go questioning him. Because all he do is say one thing. Well, you're gonna be on this treatment because right now we don't have a cure for it. So we're gonna be treating you so we can keep that at a rest.
Yeah, what they say is they want to keep it suppressed.
Right, at a rest,
suppressed, so you
locked up,
so you can minimize your breakouts. But I haven't heard of any doctors practicing Western medicine that say that it can be eradicated.
And I have.
So you'll always have it.
I have seen it eradicated several times.
Time and time again.
Because what happens is that once you decide on your own that, hey, this is not part of me, what I'm experiencing now is giving me a message, and I'm going to receive that message. And what is that message? Quit laying down with everything you think is all right.
Again, I'm going to say it's always not a case of promiscuity. It could just be a case of you in the wrong place. You know that what you're doing isn't beneficial to you, and sometimes to prompt somebody, to get them to, you know what I mean, to like toss you around so you can, snap up out of the daze or whatever it is that you're in to get you to move on,
Again, it all boils down to the same thing, the root chakra.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times women are with this man because, oh man, he know how to put it down. I love him. Well, if he know how to put it down, he's going to make other women believe the same thing because that's the energy that he's putting out there. And same thing with a woman. Oh yeah, I know how to please you. So it's going to always be other men out there who want to be pleased by that woman. And so it's a vicious cycle of us putting all of our attention on one part of ourselves, and that's our root chakra. That's where that package came into existence. Because of that, it was called the root chakra. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about you coming to the understanding that this manifestation is not just one of a physical manifestation because somebody came and infected you. No. It's a manifestation of what you're lacking within yourself. So that you can address things that you haven't addressed. That package, it can do whatever you want it to do. It's what you want it to do. I'm going to just be straight basic with it. Because why do I say that? When you realize that you have something that's affecting you on a daily basis, it's making you, it gets to the point to where you don't even want to be seen in public because you want to cover yourself because you have these open sores. What do you think that's a manifestation of? The other person? No, it's a manifestation of what you're doing, what you're thinking, and how you're living. So, that package that we put together is designed to help you to eliminate not only the manifestation, but the cause. And what is the cause? Your own thinking. When you start cleansing yourself out, a lot of times what happens with us is that we put so much garbage in our body that our brain don't function properly. And we can say what we want. Yeah, my brain works. Yeah, it's going to work because you're talking. But that don't mean that it's functioning properly.
Right. When you know what, so I got to put a little pin in that. That's why fasting, so someone can buy the package and still we recommend, you recommend that they fast, during a period of time while they're taking the herbs, and that, helps bring about clarity even in the situation that caused it or whatever the case may be. But it also helps to accelerate and spike and create new cells.
Right.
What you want is for the virus to leave. We talking about eradication of the virus, not allowing the virus to be dormant in the body, but the virus to go. Exactly. So, and there has to be an understanding too about what we've been taught about viruses and certain things laying dormant. That's what, people have to, unlearn, and then get a new understanding of other things. So 100%, when you purchase the package, you recommend that they fast.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Not only just fast food, but fast sex too.
Yeah. Oh, well, that was the other point I was going to make. And so, fasting from food or whatever, but to stop having sex. And then, and I've had a couple of people ask, after they purchase the package, well, how long do I have to stop having sex? How long can I, and I find that very interesting because I'm like, well, sex is what got you here, and you can survive without sex just for a minute. It is not forever. You are not doomed to having no sex. But if sex is where these are sexually transmitted diseases, so if sex is what got you here, and maybe you can just put a pin in it for a minute until you get yourself together.
Or you won't be getting yourself together. I mean, bottom line, you won't be.
Yeah.
We have to deal with the cause. And when we deal with the cause, that always relates right back to ourselves. So, in dealing with the cause, you're dealing with yourself on the level that, hey, why am I acting like this? Why do I feel the need to have to do this? What part of me is that satisfying? And why do that part need to be satisfied more than the whole? Because remember, you're a whole body. We discussed that. We've been discussing who we are for the last few sessions that I've had. We're going to get to the what we are on Tuesday. So when we deal with the who we are, you got to ask yourself, really, who am I trying to portray? Because animals only does it in the springtime.
Well,
and I'm not saying that they're confined to it. They're not.
Yeah.
Dogs don't just obey that rule.
Well, but they, like we just see, we have 2 Cane Corsos, and they just made it. But we have a female who was in heat before that, and we tried to keep the male away. We watched their instincts. Remember, we're supposed to be at the top of the animal kingdom. So here we have 2 canines who could not resist what was happening. The male dog, because Zulu could not resist the smell of Nandi whenever she walked by, and he waited until a certain time. Like, we watched the cycle of it. Right? Now, she's not in heat anymore, and he's walking around like she's, just another homie. Where just a couple of weeks ago, she couldn't walk by and he wasn't trying to jump on her.
We had to keep her upstairs.
He was howling like a wolf, and so that if these are the instincts, and this is part of who we're made of. So men, we talked about this. Men, women, we have a certain smell when we're fertile. But, we have to get more in tune to that. And even know when it's that time. Okay, I'm ovulating. So the men around you, not necessarily have to be your husband, whatever. The men around you can sense it.
And are responding to it.
And are responding to it. And they don't even know sometimes, like, why am I acting this way? Why am I drawn to her right now? Well, she's ovulating.
And releasing pheromones that you can smell and your body react to that you're not even conscious of.
Oh my gosh. Imagine how amazing it is when you are
conscious of
it. Both.
Exactly. So getting to the package. Hey, all of you who have the package, I'm going to say this just like she said it. You want to see yourself, rid yourself of this ailment. You got to be mindful of what you're putting in your mouth and what's coming out of your mouth. The less you put in your mouth, the better you're going to be. The less you allow to come out your mouth, the better you're going to be. So what am I saying? I'm saying that you need to put all of the energy that you have into the transformation that you're looking for within yourself. That package is given to you so that it can begin to generate cells that are going to produce more living cells while ridding your body of the decayed cells. That's what cleansing does. And the best cleansing method that I can think of is fasting. Why? Because you're not putting anything in your body but what is beneficial, and that's water or some tea, herbal tea. Hey, look, you want to see yourself do a real transformation. It not only cleanses out the dead cells within your body, it's cleansing out those that are in your brain. Because if you think that you can have cells running around dead within this body and not have them running around in your brain, then you don't understand about your own biology.
I was thinking about, like, when we're talking about relationships Tuesday and then last week. I think it's a great time to evaluate, reevaluate, evaluate. Think about the relationships in your life. Because clearly, some kind of relationship brought this about.
Right.
Some kind of relationship brought this about. And so I think it's paramount that you just take a second, look at what you're doing, who you talking to.
Right. Who you entertaining.
Where you, going, who the group of friends are. The family members that are, pouring love into you, and the ones better not that are, extracting from you. But I think it's a great time if this is where you are to, reevaluate those relationships.
Yes, we must. We must. Look, we're here, and I took this time out of the cycle that I was doing to bring about this book to address this, because we have so many people that's ordering that package and they have so many questions. So that tells me that it's a lot of promiscuity going on. And when I say that, I don't say it in a negative way. All I'm saying is that in that, you're bringing to yourself results that are not beneficial to your health. So then you have to re-examine, why is this that important that I will be willing to risk my own well-being for a few minutes of pleasure? Why? You really got to ask yourself that. Why? I'm not telling folks don't have sex, but if your ass is carrying you shouldn't be doing nothing but trying to heal yourself.
Right. Okay. Another little.
Not spreading it like Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah. Let me just say this to the family. I like in this little bit of time. There, it's concerning to think about the number of people who know they have it and who are having sex with their partner, or a person that did not infect them.
And ask,
and
is
not,
it still cool for me to have sex? No!
Well, no, and not telling them. It's so much dishonesty, and even when a person is faced with us, like, hey, I don't want them to leave me, so I'm not going to tell them, even though they're just prolonging the inevitable, because if they're gonna leave you over that, they're gonna figure it out.
They're gonna figure it out
sooner or later
ain't
anyway.
No need in hiding it.
Yeah, I mean.
And some folks get more angry behind it.
Yeah,
so.
but I'm gonna say level up, own up to what you decided to do, and you know, and a lot of times, like, because I hear that, oh, I love them, and da da da. If you love them, tell them the truth. Let them know that you have infected them, or that you're infected, and it's a possibility that they're infected, and then you must stop sleeping with them. Love them enough to stop sleeping with them. So just in case they're not, then they won't be.
So y'all got it. Hey, you know, I consider this a public announcement.
For real, it is a PSA.
Because it's rampant. It's, you know, and I remember growing up when gonorrhea was the same way. Oh yeah. Man, I just caught the claps. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
It happens over and over and over again. Why? Because we don't want to take responsibility for our actions. Let's be responsible for our acts, y'all. That's why y'all looking at me. I wouldn't be saying it if it wasn't for you guys to hear.
Yeah.
So all those who have an ear that's hearing this, be responsible.
Yeah.
For yourself, because the more responsible you become for yourself, the more it's gonna affect everybody else.
Yeah.
So help yourself, man. My whole goal is for us to be the best we can be of ourselves. So whatever that takes, let's be about it.
Yeah. And you know, and of course this is not a public, so I wouldn't imagine there'd be too many questions on it. You can reach out to alchemistasami@yahoo.com, and we'll get back to you if you have any questions.
Yes, most definitely. Hey, I wish all of you guys perfect health, wholeness, and may this day be another day of adventure and discovery.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace, family.